Aloha Scorpio Ohana. My name is Alicia Marie, also known as the Magic Siren, and this is your June 2025 Tarotscope forecast. Today I will be using the Modern Witch deck, the Rider-Waite Centennial deck, the Wild Unknown Pocket deck, and both the Life Purpose and Romance Angel decks. If you're feeling called to any of the decks that I'm using, you can find all of them in my Amazon storefront, which is linked below. Quick announcement, I do have a brand new promo code for the month of June. Use SUMMER15 with no spaces at checkout on themagicsiren.com to receive 15% off all personal readings. This includes live and emailed readings. A massive thank you to everyone in our Patreon Ohana. Your support means so much to me. I post almost daily over there, so if you would like to join our little magical community, you can find that link below as well. And of course, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn your notifications on so you never miss a reading or a magical update. Now let's go ahead and dive in and see what the month of June has in store for you. Okay, Scorpios, let's get right into your June 2025 Tarotscope forecast. We are asking Universe, Spirit, and Tarot to bring forth any messages that you need to hear for this month of June. We're going to go ahead and get 4 cards to get a solid 4-card spread. Let's go ahead and see what we have coming out. We have the 5 of Pentacles, the Hermit, the Magician in reversal, and we're going to ask Spirit for one more card here. Let's get one more card for Scorpio. We will be clarifying with a few other tarot decks as well as oracle decks, so get comfortable, relax, and let's go ahead and get these messages for you. Okay, so we have the 5 of Pentacles, the Hermit, the Magician in reversal, and Strength in reversal. Now, we will get deeper messages as we move through the reading with our clarifying cards, but let's go ahead and start at the top. We have the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, here's the thing, Scorpio, you're still in the thick of it. I'm sorry to tell you. A lot of you have been going down this path for quite some time, and this month is still going to probably feel that way as well. The thing about the 5 of Pentacles is it's kind of like this journey, and I always say that this journey is like climbing a mountain. When we climb a mountain, from the bottom to the top is always the hardest part of that journey. When we get to the tippy top of the mountain, that is the absolute pinnacle of the 5 of Pentacles. It gives us the opportunity to look out into the horizon and decide what direction we would like to go in coming down the other side. Once we start to see this in the reversal, we start to come down the other side, and things are much easier on that second half of the journey because we already have had the experience, we're stronger, and we have momentum coming down the other side. For some of you, you are still very much in the middle of this journey, climbing to the top, and some of you are very close to the top of that mountain. It's really going to depend how quickly we continue pushing forward and not allow ourselves to take any steps back. The 5 of Pentacles can feel a little bit uncomfortable. It can feel like I'm ready for things to start going my way. I feel like I'm almost swimming upstream. Everything I do is not necessarily working out for me, but there is that sort of need for us to make sure that throughout this process, throughout this journey, that we are taking note on who we truly are on the inside. That's that shadow work that we're all talking about all the time. The 5 of Pentacles is the perfect time to do some shadow work. That's where that Hermit energy comes into play as well. The Hermit card says, what makes your inner star? That inner light. What makes it shine? What fuels your passion? What fuels you to keep going, to get to the top of the mountain? What are the things that you are passionate about in this life that will get you to the top of that mountain? This is a good time, at least the first 2 weeks of the month. It's going to be a good time for you to figure out the answer to some of those questions. What makes you passionate, Scorpio? What makes you want to keep going? What is driving you to go through this journey, through this path, through this mission of climbing this mountain? What are those things? And make extra time for those things this month. Whatever that passion is, whether it's a passion within a hobby, within a relationship, within a project, whatever it is. Allow yourself to do more of that so you can get to the top of that mountain and really tap into your magician energy. I feel like right now you feel as if you're lacking the magician or the manifesting energy and the inner strength to keep pushing forward. We're going to figure out what the obstacles are and why you feel that way in just a minute, because we do have these in reversal. When we see reversals come out in our tarot readings, it represents something that could have potentially already happened, or there is that slight challenge or obstacle that is preventing this energy from showing in the upright. But here's the thing. The magician is the manifestor in the tarot deck. We're seeing it show out for you at least, which is great, because there is this opportunity for you this month of June to really tap into the manifestor. Start manifesting the life that you desire. Start planting seeds of intention that you truly wish to see. Wave your magic wand, but then do the work that's necessary behind it. For some of you, maybe you think that manifestation is as easy as saying a couple of affirmations and then it's supposed to magically come in like we are waving our Harry Potter magic wand. It is important for us to do the work that's necessary after planting those seeds. When you plant seeds in your garden of life, whether we're talking metaphorically or physically, when you plant seeds, you have to water them. You have to fertilize them. You have to make sure that they get sunlight, that they're protected. You weed out any of the little things around it so it doesn't take its nutrients. That's the same concept for manifesting. If you're planting seeds of manifestation for a better future or for the future version of you, we have to make sure that we're also doing all of those things. So when we talk about watering those seeds, it's okay, doing the shadow work, making sure that our batteries are recharged. Maybe we're talking about making sure they have sunlight. So staying in a positive mindset, believing that the things that you're planting are going to grow for you, making the space for them to grow. We talk about weeding out things that are in the way. Okay, maybe we need to release things that we are carrying with us on this path. Are we carrying things that are no longer in alignment with our manifestations? Are we carrying things that are no longer serving us? Let's release those so that all of the seeds that we're planting can actually grow strong and grow into something that is stable and successful for the long term. We have strength in reversal as well. This is the card of Leo. Leo season's not far away from now. So, we could maybe even see our seeds of manifestations really blooming and germinating come Leo season. But this inner strength, we are having a hard time tapping into it. We're having a hard time pulling from the inner strength to get us over this hill or over this mountain to where things start to feel like it's happening easier. The strength card, you'll notice, and it's interesting because there's only 2 or 3 cards in the whole tarot deck that have infinity symbols above their head in almost every deck. You have the opportunity to tap into this infinite potential. You have the opportunity to tap into infinite inner strength, but right now we're coming across some obstacles or challenges that are preventing us from ultimately doing those things. Let's go ahead and see what those challenges or obstacles might be. I want to go ahead and clarify. We're pulling out our first clarifying deck here. We will clarify with another tarot deck after this, so we'll get even deeper messages, but I'm asking universe and spirit for some clarity here. We do have the 4 of Wands in reversal. Some of you might feel like the foundation that you worked really hard on in the past, it didn't necessarily work out. And I can understand that. That 4 of Wands in reversal says, we tried very hard to make a solid foundation for ourselves, and it ended up not being the right foundation. But that doesn't mean that we can't continue to move forward and build a new foundation for ourselves. There's more messages there, and we'll get to those in just a minute. We do have the Page of Pentacles in reversal on top of that Hermit energy. All of these wonderful, exciting opportunities coming in for you, but we just need to do that inner sort of shadow work, right? Asking ourselves those bigger picture questions. We have a Tower moment. There is going to have to be a pretty big shift or change in order for you to fully tap into that magician. That Tower moment for me, a lot of the times can represent getting to the top of the mountain, because you are going to have to change how you're looking at things. We have bonus cards here. I'm going to take all of them because I think they're all very important to your reading here. Okay, so you got bonus cards. Let's see what we got. We have the 5 of Swords, we have the 9 of Swords, and then we have the 2 of Swords. All sword energy. We are in Gemini season, which is a sword element. It's air element. And we're going to go ahead and talk about all of those. Lots of decisions that have to be made here. Again, let's dive in. We'll clarify this with another deck in just a minute. But let's go ahead and start here. Now, the 4 of Wands in the upright, it does represent building a solid foundation for ourselves. But there's also some background context and messages with this card that I think is important for you. Take some time this month of June and celebrate how far you've come already, because this Five of Pentacles energy, it feels like you've been on this path for quite some time and you haven't given yourself a round of applause, a pat on the back, a congratulations on how far you've come. The Four of Wands in the reversal tells me that you have not celebrated your accomplishments. You have not celebrated those small daily wins that you do achieve on a regular basis. Maybe the big picture, we are so focused on that we are forgetting just how far we've come. If you were to talk to yourself 6 months ago, the version of you 6 months ago would be very proud of where you are now. Whether it feels like we've gone back in this present moment or not, you have made progress. Take time throughout the month of June and acknowledge that. Celebrate that. Tell yourself, I am proud of you for getting this far. I actually, as your therapist, I'm going to challenge you to go in front of a mirror, pause this video right now, go in front of the mirror and say, I am proud of how far you have come this year. Because you have come very far. You are evolving into a different, more mature and whole version of you. The Page of Pentacles in reversal tells me that there are many seeds of opportunity on the horizon for you. But these seeds of opportunity will not present themselves until we know who we really are and what makes us truly passionate, excited, and motivated. I think that motivation is going to play a big role for you throughout the month of June. A lot of you, and the thing about Scorpio energy is you all are almost kind of like the fire sign of the water element, right? It's interesting because you have motivation, you have passion, you have excitement. The thing here is that, are we using the right motivation? Are we using the right excitement? Are we tapping in and seeing if that motivation still aligns with this new version of us? These seeds that are going to be offered to you, you will plant as the magician. You will plant as the manifester. But in order for us to get there, we have to figure out who you are now. Who are you now, Scorpio? What do you want moving forward genuinely? And more than likely, there's going to be this aha moment. And it might happen during the solstice. It might happen, or the equinox. Either way, it might happen during that time. Because this Tower moment tells me that some of the energies that we've been carrying with us through this sort of mountain journey, they are not in alignment with who you truly are now, with what motivates you now. Maybe you have old motivations. Maybe we have old things that we're carrying. That is a Tower moment, unfortunately, because now we're going to have to get uncomfortable and release those things. Sometimes we get comfortable in carrying the same sort of energy, the same backpack of things throughout our journey because that's what we know. And we're a little bit nervous that if we were to release that backpack and pick up another one, that it might be heavier or that it might not be what we want at the end of the day. But I can guarantee you what you're carrying now is definitely not what you're going to want at the end of the day. That's why we're having a hard time becoming the manifester, becoming the magician. Allow the tower to fall. When the tower falls, we get to do a couple of things. One, we get to repair the cracks in the foundation, which we talked about over here, okay? You get to repair the cracks in the foundation that you built this tower on. You get to plant new seeds. When you think about after a fire, right? The ash from the fire fertilizes the soil. So when you plant new seeds there, they grow very quickly and they grow strong, right? So you get to plant new seeds and fertilize soil after the tower falls. And then you get to rise from the rubble and the ashes like the phoenix. Those are all things that are going to start to happen for you, but you're going to have to make that decision to really tap in and align yourself with who you truly are now this month of June. The Five of Swords tells me that you are at the end of the line when it comes to carrying all this stuff with you. Again, whether it's emotions, people, relationships, projects, environments, jobs, whatever, okay? You are at the end of the line when it comes to carrying this stuff. Take a moment and pick up your swords. These swords are your lessons, okay? Take your lessons, start moving, continuing your forward movement up the mountain, and put those lessons into practice. Stop overthinking things, okay? The Nine of Swords in the upright is like we're having anxiety, we're overthinking things, we're in a funk. Stop overthinking things. Pull yourself out of this funk, and it's time to make the decision to go down the new pathway and discover this new version of yourself. The Two of Swords says the time is now to drop our swords of defense, take our blindfold off, and realize that there is a whole unexplored island behind us. Take the new pathway. Allow yourself to go down or up this mountain, whether you're going down the mountain or up the mountain. We want to go in a new path, a new direction. We don't want to come down the same way that we just went up, okay? I want to go ahead and pull out our third tarot deck here. There are definitely some more messages that we need to get to the surface. Wow, flying out. Five of Wands, internal battle. Should you continue carrying this? Should you not? Should you move forward? Should you not? Should you put down that backpack and pick up another one? Should you continue to hold space or not? The thing is that you're not listening to your intuition here. I think your intuition has been telling you to release some of this stuff for quite some time. And to be honest, for those of you that take these messages and allow yourself to release those things quickly, you're going to find yourself at the top of the mountain probably faster than some of the people that continue to carry these things that are no longer serving them, not listening to that intuition. The thing is like a lot of you have a very strong intuition naturally. It would be foolish to go against it. Your intuition is trying to tell you exactly what direction to go in, exactly what to release and what to let go of. And for the majority of you that are watching this, you probably have already heard in your mind space what it is that you need to let go of. The minute I said you're carrying things that are no longer serving you, whatever came to your mind, more than likely, that's going to be what we need to release, okay? We have the Nine of Wands in reversal, the Hierophant coming out as well. Let's go ahead and talk about each one of these quickly. We do have that Five of Wands, and that Five of Wands represents internal battle, tensions. It can also be tensions externally. Maybe there are people in your life, whether they are business relationships, platonic relationships, romantic relationships. Maybe there are people in your life that you do have tensions and arguments with regularly. This is going to be one of those relationships to release. We don't want to carry this up to the top of that mountain because we're not going to want to carry it going down the other side if we even ever get to the top of the mountain with it. Make the space. Release anything that is bringing any sort of tension or argument into your life because you don't deserve that energy right now. You deserve to be able to make it to the top of this mountain, to get through this chapter in your life and become the magician. Listen to your intuition. The High Priestess represents your intuition. It really represents the connection that you have with your higher self. And a lot of you, I'm going to say a lot of Scorpios in general, but every single person has the ability to have a relationship with your higher self. We all have the ability to listen to that inner voice. Yes, there is a difference between listening to our intuition and living in delusion, but I do think it's a fine line, okay? And I want to just say that for those of you that are intuitively thinking that you need to walk away from a project, a relationship, a job, an environment, maybe you're getting this intuitive feeling that you want to travel, that you want to start a new business, whatever it is, listen to that intuition because it's coming to you for a reason. The Nine of Wands in reversal is telling you to let down the defense, let down the wall, allow the tower to fall so you can plant new seeds. The thing is that sometimes we see certain tarot readers talk about how negative the tower is, but I see the tower as an opportunity. It's not comfortable. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it and try and tell you that the tower is good because it's uncomfortable. It is. It's very uncomfortable. You're in this position where you're like, everything that I've been working towards or everything that I've been trying to keep together, it's going to crumble apart. And yes, you are going to have to maybe kind of start from the beginning, but it's not starting from the beginning with zero experience. You were able to level up in prestige. For my fellow gamers out there, it's like, you know, when you finish a game and you prestige and you start the game over, but you start the game over with experience, with new tools, with all of the things that you gathered from the last time you did this. You're going into it almost like a professional, right? So it's like, let's build a new tower that's more sturdy, that's in more alignment with what we want, maybe in a new location, whatever it is, but allow it to come down. You're learning new healthy boundaries for yourself. You're learning how to let things go and let new things in, that ebb and flow of life that is so necessary for success anyway. The Hierophant tells you if you show up for yourself every day, if you make these decisions and you don't second guess it, if you listen to your intuition and you allow yourself to really release anything that's no longer serving you, so literally structure and routine, adding the structure and routine into your life, you will find the key to your successes moving forward. And this is all going to happen in the month of June for you. The month of June is going to be a lot for you, Scorpio. Let's go ahead and see what's going on in terms of emotional connection. These are our love oracles. It does not have to just be about romantic love, but there is this sort of energy of emotional fulfillment for you. Let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. You know, I don't necessarily like the wording of this card because it makes it seem like you have an issue, okay? So I want to reiterate, this card is not necessarily saying you have an issue. This is saying allow things to unfold naturally. If the tower is trying to fall, let it. If you're carrying things that are a literal struggle to carry, release it. If there's an internal battle of should you stay or should you go, allow yourself to go. Release yourself of the burden of trying to make something happen, because the universe is telling you that divine timing is at work here. Allow divine timing to work and make this pathway and this journey easier for you, okay? Only you can make it easier for you. Let's go ahead and get some general messages as well. I want a final message here. We had a card fly off the table. We have healer. You have a spiritual gift of healing and you have a desire to share it with others. So this could be potentially saying that your life purpose has to do with being a healer, but also too, you're on a healing path and a healing journey right now. And maybe that's why we're having such a hard time releasing whatever this was from the past. When we are emotionally attached to something, when we have emotional connections, when we build a tower based on old motivations and things that make us passionate, it could be really hard to let go of it because it hurts. Go down this healing pathway. Know that divine timing is at work in the month of June for you. And if you allow yourself to let go of the sort of internal battles and kind of listen to your intuition on a very deep level, you will find yourself really being the manifester by the time the end of the month gets here. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I hope that you were able to find some sort of clarity or even guidance with this reading. If you want a personal reading with me, you can go over to themagicsiren.com and get a personal reading there. I also post almost daily on Patreon, so I hope to see you over in that community as well. But I post here on YouTube regularly, so make sure you like this video, you subscribe, you turn your notifications on so you can see more of them. And until then, stay safe. All right, I'll see you with the next one. Aloha.